What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with more Summer League analysis live on YouTube on Analysis Playground exclusively there. And we're going to talk about how the Portland Trailblazers blew out the Golden State Warriors 106-73. Portland won that first quarter, and it was basically over at that point, 34-13, and they never really looked back after that, although the Golden State Warriors did win the second quarter 27-19, but they didn't really continue it. They ended up getting blown out again in that third quarter 27-12. And then it was a little closer in the fourth quarter, but it was still won by the Blazers, who already had an enormous lead. They won the fourth quarter 26-21. We're going to actually talk about the Blazers first. Yang was impressive, even though he didn't shoot the ball that great for a guy that was the biggest one on the court. 24 minutes, he was 3 of 7 from the field. He did go 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He also did go 3 or 4 from the free throw line, and he finished with double figures with 10. He didn't get that many rebounds out there. He was a little slow to the ball, was trying to find a way to reach his way to rebounds, and he boxed out well sometimes, but his teammates was able to get more rebounds than him because he was always tipping it or barely touching it, and then they was able to gather it, or the opponent just was able to get it because of that reason. Obviously, you would like him to dominate the paint. You would like him to dominate the boards because he is so tall and so big, and he does take up so much space. But I didn't really see that tonight, although he has the potential to be that in the future. He also had 5 assists. That was impressive at the top of the key. Made some, but finding cutters, and I thought that was very impressive to see they can put the ball in his hands and he can make a good decision or even make a pass leading to a score in different positions of the court. And he did have a steal. He did also have 3 blocks. It was good ones, but he also had his fair share of foul trouble. He had the most fouls on the team tonight with 6, which is understandable because usually they're trying to run at the big man to score, or they're trying to run at the big man to get contact so they can get to the free throw line. That did happen tonight on him, but it's no real surprise. That's how the game is played. He also had 3 turnovers too. Ryan Rupert, that's my player of the game because he finished with 23 points in this one, and he went perfect from the free throw line, 11 of 11. He also went 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 5 of 8 from the field. Just took really, really smart, wise shots the entire game, and it really was beautiful to see. And he also helped out on the boards, 9 boards today, which led the entire team. And he also was tied, I should say, with James Bouknight with 9. 3 of them was offensive, 4 assists, 2 steals. He also did have 4 turnovers. That was probably the worst part of his night. Other than that, 2 personal fouls. He was a plus 22 and plus minus. He was really good to see play, using that length and that size to create disruptions and being able to strip guys clean and being able to get to the rim. All that was very impressive from him. City, 21 minutes. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1 of them offensive, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and he was a plus 13 and plus minus. He was good. I liked the things that he did. I liked the shots that he also took, and he did do a good job of rebounding when he was out there. Probably wanted a little bit more, but everybody was getting rebounding on his team, so only one person can get it, and sometimes he got it, most of the times he didn't. Other than that, he had a solid game. You would just like to see him getting double figures because he was the only guy in the starting lineup not to get double figures, and everybody in the starting lineup was able to be a plus 10 or higher and plus minus, which was very good to see. Caleb Love, 23 minutes. He was 7 of 16 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. He did have 6 rebounds with 2 assists and a steal, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, a plus 25 and plus minus. He finished with 18. He had some good shots too, and he made those threes look easy. They kept giving him good looks at him. He kept taking them and knocking them down. I liked the fact that he rebounded at his position very well. I like the fact that he gave up the ball and let other guys do their thing a little bit too, while also being able to compliment them. That was probably the most impressive thing he did, while also getting to the basket sometimes. James Bouknight changed the scenery for him. 21 minutes, he was 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did get in double figures with 11 points. He almost had a double-double also because he had 9 boards. Only difference was 1 of his was offensive, and that was it. He also had 4 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, which was really impressive defensively from him. He also did have 4 turnovers. That was the worst part of his night because he was just that good tonight. and he did have a personal foul. He was a plus 32, which was the highest plus minus on the team tonight. Number 41 played 16 minutes. He was 1 of 4 from the field, or 1 from 3. He did have 3 boards, 2 of them being offensive, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 1 turnover. He had 5 personal fouls. Didn't shoot the ball that great, and also got in some foul trouble. Not the greatest night for him. But other than that, he was a plus 14 by the end of the night with 4 points. Sean played 15 minutes. He was also 1 of 4 from the field, but he went 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, which was the majority of his shot attempts. He did get 3 points because he made 1 of them. He had 3 boards and assists and a steal, 1 turnover with 3 personal fouls. He was a plus 10 and plus minus. Didn't get enough chances to do too much, and he didn't have too much a problem with the shots that he took, and I felt like there was quality looks anyway. So not a terrible game, just an okay one, because he did help with the defense. He did help with the rebounding, and that does help you win and close out possessions. And that's one of the fundamentals that's always needed if you're trying to win at a high level. Justin McKee, I would say Justin McCoy, 6 minutes for him, 0-1 from the field. It was a 3 that he took, 1 board, 1 steal, plus 7 and plus minus. He finished for 1 point. Andrew Carr, 13 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field. He was 0-2 from 3. He did also have 2 boards and the assists. He also had 1 personal foul, finish as a plus 1 and plus minus with actually 2 points. And that was the end of his night. He was just blessed to be able to make that 1 2-pointer, and he didn't really do anything much after that besides getting the boards. He was able to make the right pass once. That led to a basket, and that was it for his night. DJ Carlton, 15 minutes. He was 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a plus 1 and plus minus. He finished with 7, and so did Oliver. I think that's how you say his name. But 12 minutes for him. He was 3 or 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from the 3-point line, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover. He was a plus 11 and plus minus. He also, like I said, finished with 7. He just took less shots, but he did make a 3, and that was the biggest difference. Cameron Tyson, he played 11 minutes. He was 4 of 6 from the field. It was all 3-pointers for him. At the end of the day, he still had 2 assists, 2, finished with 1 personal foul and a plus 10 and plus minus. He had 12 points. He was actually the only guy to get in double figures in any statistical category off the bench, which was very impressive. And he did with a little bit of shot attempts. He didn't take that much. He was tied for the most shot attempts on the bench, but he ended up making 3s, and that was the biggest difference why he was able to score so many points. Other than that, one player did not play. It was Keyshawn. Coach's decision, 35 of 72, 48% from the field as a team, 14 to 34, 41% from 3, 22 of 25. They got there a lot, but they also converted 88% of their free throws as a team. They also gathered 49 rebounds, 26 assists, 8 steals, 7 blocks, 19 turnovers, and 27 personal fouls. They did a lot of the things right, and that's why they was able to blow out their opponent, because their opponent just couldn't score the way they could score, just couldn't shoot the way they can shoot. And although they got to the free throw line about the same, they just couldn't make them at the same clip that the Portland Trailblazers ended up being and doing the entire game, basically from the start to finish. But Marquise Bolden, 9 minutes, 0-3 from the field, 0-2 from 3, 2-2 from the free throw line, 2 points, 1 board, 1 block, 1 personal foul, a minus 16 and plus minus. Didn't really score at all besides from the free throw line. That was a bad look for him, but we'll see what he does when the next time he plays, because he only played 9 minutes in this game. Unfortunately, Alex Tui, 23 minutes. He was 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 points, 3 boards. 1 of them was offensive with an assist. He also had 4 steals, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a minus 47 and plus minus. Just a great job of being able to disrupt and pick the opponent apart with his defense, and also being able to score a little bit here and there. You want to see him be more efficient. You want to see him make more of his shots, and that's really about it, including from the free throw line. Will Richard led them with 12, which was the most in the game, tied with Jackson Rowe. The difference was Richard took 2 more shots in 23 minutes. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, but he did also get to the free throw line more when it comes to attempts because he was 2 of 3 there. 4 boards, 2 of them was offensive, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 3 personal foul. He was a -8 and plus minus. Rowe, 25 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, a -29 and plus minus. Tied with the most points for the team with 12. And then Teron Armstrong, 25 minutes for him, which was tied for the most in the game with Isaiah Mobley and Jackson Rowe. He was 3 of 7 though from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, but he did crack the double figure mark with 10 at the end of the game. He also had 3 boards, 7 assists, which was the most for his team. That was actually also the most for the entire game. And then he also had 4 steals to be tied with Tui for that one. And then he had 3 turnovers. He was a -18 and plus minus. Him, Will Richard, and Jackson Rowe, they were the best scorers in that starting lineup, and they didn't shoot the ball that bad because they was dependent on to make plays and make shots, and they was able to do that for the most part. They just needed some other guys to step it up a little bit, especially in that starting lineup, and they couldn't. They just didn't have it going. They just couldn't create the shots that was makeable for themselves, and when they did, they still couldn't make them anyway, which sucked to be able to see. But Isaiah Mobley, he was just bad. He was 0 of 9 from the field, had some good looks in there, just couldn't convert them in 25 minutes. He also went 0 of 4 from 3, but he scored because he went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He had 5 boards, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, and 6 personal fouls. He was a -2 and plus minus. Jaden Shackelford, 20 minutes. He was 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He grabbed 2 boards and an assist with a turnover and 2 personal fouls. He's a -18 and plus minus. He finished with the most points off the bench with 9. Gabe Madison, 9 minutes for him. 3 or 4 from the field. Mainly he went 2 or 3 from 3. No free throws though, but he made 8 points because he made 2 of those threes, and then he made 2 more shots. Well, he made 2 threes and made 1 more shot to give him 8. And then he had 1 rebound and a turnover. And that was it for his night, besides being a -1 and plus minus. Chris, 15 minutes. He missed every single shot that he took from the field and from 3 and from the free throw line, which is bad to see. Just didn't have it going at all. Couldn't get in a rhythm, couldn't get in a groove. And that was unfortunate for him. 3 rebounds, 1 of them was offensive, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. And then Jules Bernard, 19 minutes. He was 3 of 11, had trouble putting the ball in the basket also. The difference was he got to the free throw line and made all of his free throws, which was 2 of 2, but he went 0 of 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, and he had 2 assists with 2 personal fouls, -13 and plus minus and 8 points. Blake Henson, 9 minutes, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3, and he was a guy that finished with 1 block and 2 turnovers with a personal foul, and a -13 and plus minus with 2 points. And the bench, they did what they needed to do. Most of the guys scored. Some of them didn't do it efficiently, but they was able to get to the line. They was also able to help out on the boards, and they was also able to make some plays for each other and for themselves. And that's all you can really ask the guys on the court to do. They didn't do it at an efficient level, though. That's the part that sucked the most. And the starters didn't really do that either, which left them in a tough situation, and that made it harder to win. And they just couldn't make enough plays, enough shots anyway to even make a run to be able to win this game. And that's why the lead looks the way that it does. And it's just because, their misses and their turnover just got out of hand. 25 of 76, 32% from the field, 8 of 36, 22% from 3, 15 to 23, 65% from the free throw line, 29 rebounds, 19 assists, 12 steals, 4 blocks, 19 turnovers, and 22 personal fouls. And that was about it for the game. And it ended up being one that got away real fast from the Golden State Warriors. And it sucks. It sucks if you're a fan for the Warriors. They didn't really do too much right, and they couldn't really make anything happen for themselves. And when they try to make, it hard for them to score, they just the Blazers, just figured it out, and they was able to just groove and just glide right by them, and they were just able to get some good looks throughout the entire game, and they just had the confidence to take them after that, and just was able to put them in the basket. Simple as that. Just great fundamentals, rebounding, passing the ball, setting screens, being patient when waiting to see when things open up for you to be able to take advantage of the holes of the defense. The Golden State tried to do it, they just couldn't make the shots. And Portland could have, and they did. And that was the biggest difference of why they was able to blow this game open and win it, so fast. Even in the first quarter, it just seemed like, man, how is they going to get back in this game playing the way that they playing? And honestly and truthfully, they never really did. They was always trailing in this game, and then they ended up losing it, which makes sense. Nobody could really get it going, and that was the detriment of their team and why they lost. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos just like this about various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns for real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, all the future stars. Also do my draft and draft coverage. So you love that type of content. I got over 3,000 plus videos on my channel that you can watch and enjoy. Plus, on top of that, I also upload videos every single day that I'm living and functioning and getting my mental right. If that all three of those things are in the right space and feeling and functioning in the right way, you will get a video from me. And that will give you something to be able to watch and enjoy. And that's why people keep coming back. And that's a 50-50 why the channel is still around, because you guys love what I make and how I make it. I love making it for y'all. And let's keep that trinity of YouTube, me and y'all, together as long as we can, because we're having so much fun with the game of basketball. Might as well continue it as long as we can. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And that's why it continued to happen. And that's why it was started from the beginning. And let's remember, thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. Thank y'all for supporting me in the past and also in the present and hopefully still in the future. And thank y'all for continuing to come back and make time for me and want to hear what I have to say and what I think about the popular NBA topics, the breakdowns too, and also just telling you my opinion on certain things when it's basketball and NBA related. Other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed y'all weekday. Hopefully y'all are ready for some rest, some fun, some leisure, and some time with your friends and your family and your loved ones. And all I can say is thank y'all for coming back, and thank y'all for continuing to stay subscribed, and thank y'all in general for being fans of this channel. Other than that, I'm going for now. I will see y'all in the next video. I got 2 more left from Summer League, and I'll be giving y'all those next. And hopefully y'all are excited and ready to watch them. And if y'all don't get to them, y'all can get to them and support the channel to the best of your abilities. All I can ask y'all for, since y'all normally do, I have really nothing to complain about, but want y'all to continue to get what y'all want. And I want to continue to make the best content as a content creator. That's my job, and I feel like it's so fun and so enjoyable to do that. Other than that, gone. Peace. See y'all later, and y'all stay blessed up.